Happy New Year as we tip off 2026 in Northern California for a matchup of two longtime West Coast Conference programs. Pepperdine visiting Santa Clara and the WCC home opener for the Broncos here inside the Levy Center. They'll also have Jake Ensminger, who came over to give us a couple of fist bumps before we got started. So Broncos wearing their white uniforms, Pepperdine in the blue and orange. Our officials are Marcus Pettigrew, Eric Curry, and D.G. Nelson. So it's been almost a full month since the Broncos were home. Hammond's the Broncos' leading scorer coming into this game. But it's been all Elijah Mahi these last three games for Santa Clara. Elijah bullying his way to the hoop. Styles Phipps, back to Levy. Straight on triple. Got it.
And Levy coming over from Wisconsin, Green Bay.
And back the other way comes Dosic. He's one of two players who saw time last year for the Waves. Richard, sophomore from Serbia, who spent some time at Gonzaga and then Utah State. Broncos getting it deep for Brenton Napper.
And Napper just getting downhill, leaving his defender in the dust.
And Buki with a steal, throws ahead, pass intercepted, intended for Napper. Phipps to the elbow. And Dosic was open, but instead it's Dosic, and his three is good. Ball comes into Levy. Yonatan hands off to Cooley. Lefty dribble, drive, off the window. Nice move from the transfer from Marist in the win at Oregon State. And a win over Portland at the Child Center. But rebounding, smarter on defense, and knocking down threes just like that.
And really that's been the Achilles heel, as the Broncos just haven't done well when it's been a game between 1 to 5 points. Aside from that, they've really taken care of business, and I think they wish they could have had a couple of those games back.
Ensminger driving baseline. Mahi will try the three, and that's his second of the game. No, correction, first of the game. He missed his first attempt, but Mahi, a very good three-point shooter, has 5 points. So we have a foul, a basket, and Pepperdine's going to go to the line at the other end. Graves, Darlin, and KJ Cochran, the true freshman who just stepped into the game. And Sash Gavalugov started the year shooting very well from three. Phipps' first basket. Cochran penetrating, bouncing to the cutting. Christian Hammond for his first 2 points of the game, and the Broncos go back on top. Come the Broncos trying to push the pace. Cochran, line drive, triple.
And how about the confidence from the freshman? A few dribbles on the break. Rise and fire, knock it down.
Broncos wanted to travel on Stosic. Major dribbling into traffic. Radovanovic penetrating, leaving it off the glass with the left hand. 7 points to lead Pepperdine. Darlin will fire from three-point range. Definitely playing better at the start of the year, fresh from the G League. A lot of adjustments, not just to on-court, but just being a student. Broncos' fifth three-pointer, second for Darlin. Major left open, a lefty three ball. And both schools knocking him down. Broncos have Hammond, Napper, Chukudabel, and Ensminger. Crossover dribble into the paint, to the rack. And that one finds all of the iron and drops for Christian Hammond.
Recognize what the defense is, and we've seen it time and time again, his ability to score.
16.5 points per game for Hammond, who is late to defend Cooley, who lays it in. Cooley came in averaging 13.3. But Santa Clara has some really good three-point shooters on this year's squad. Right now, it's defending that backdoor cut that's a problem. Cicic has it knocked away. Brenton Napper wants to go the length of the floor for the lay-in.
Right here, Phipps is really well-rounded and certainly the engine that ignites these waves.
He's a 70% free throw shooter. Misses the front end, but rebounded by Levy, who batted the ball to himself for the lay-in.
Top 4 in the WCC in that category.
Ensminger from downtown. Clark sent back. Hammond. The Broncos turn that block into 2. Looking for Hammond. He likes that floater game. Misses with the left hand. Buki, he fumbled the rebound. He was so high, by the time he came down, he could lose it, and then get it back. Had a look at a three. Inside of 3 minutes to play first half. Cooley defending Mahi now inside of 10 to shoot. 7 on the timer. Cross court. Ensminger corner three. Bingo!
Just a great overall possession right there from Santa Clara. Ball moves side to side, attack with dribble penetration.
Pump fake from three. Napper, an open look. Just missed. Buki the rebound and the putback.
It's contagious. I mean, you could tell since he's had those blocks, the Broncos have picked up the pace.
Ensminger the steal. Step through. Lay it in. Santa Clara 7 of 17 from 3 of the first half. Nearly steal. And that'll be Pavle Stosic. Cicic backdoor. Major floats it in.
Wow, what a finish that was. The Broncos need to figure out something with this cross screen.
5-4. Broncos got to get a shot off here. Hammond driving. High off the window. It's in! Christian Hammond finishes the first half with 8 points. Bit of an off schedule for a typical West Coast Conference Thursday, Saturday in years past, but Christian Hammond picks up where he left off with a floater in the key, and the Broncos have their largest lead. It is 9. Santa Clara gets the steal. Buki gliding to the rack for the throwdown.
Wow. That was unbelievable.
Mahi. Elijah Mahi doesn't look quick, but he is certainly quick to fill the lane and get to the basket. Not quite 3 minutes into the second half. Phipps pull up three. And the putback for Levy.
Broncos didn't get a body right there.
Pepperdine trying to get this down into single digits here. And they can with a possession. Good look from Phipps. Dosic keeping the defender on the offside. Lays it in.
And Hammond just wasn't able to front Dosic all the way.
Mahi giving up an opportunity at a three. Instead, spinning, floating, and scoring. Phipps into the corner. Dosic buries it. Just good ball movement to find the open shooter, and it just so happened to be.
You get to the free throw line, that can ignite things as a player on the offensive end.
Hammond to the elbow. I wasn't sure if that was a lob or a floater. Both would have worked. Hammond now with 12 points. Bronco veteran. Hammond downhill, up, under, off the window. A little English for Christian Hammond, who's starting to gain momentum here. He has 14. Able to whip it away. Bounce pass to Jake. Cross court, BK, topside Hammond. Inside to Buki, who kind of volleyballed that one in, but good ball movement for Santa Clara that resulted 2 points for Oboye. Radovanovic putting it on the deck. Banks it in. A difficult shot, but that's his first basket of the game. Brent Napper using the glass and the foul. Mahi working against a smaller Major, hopping into the paint. There's the floater. Got it to go.
When he plays that way on the floor, an extension of the coach.
Hammond! And he can shoot from outside. 9 points, 5 rebounds in 18 minutes for Buki Oboye. Mahi trying to spin. Gets the shot off and knocks it down. Over to Levy.
Taking control of this game.
21-point lead for the Broncos. Backdoor cut from Cooley. And just as you mentioned it, Javon Cooley. Gavalugov beating Stosic to the basket. At the other end, Buki swatting that one out of bounds.
Yeah, nice seal and slip right there.
There's a lob for Buki. Up with the left hand, around the iron and down. 9 for Oboye. Santa Clara forcing another turnover. Buki rolling to the rack. Takes the lob and throws it down.
Watch out.
Alan Graves defending, and a nifty little jump hook from the baseline for Danilo Dozic. Napper getting right in, using the left hand in the English.
I think Napper's just playing really well. He was fantastic.
Vladimir Sudar has checked in. Getting to the basket, a finger roll. Christian Hammond with a little bit of a smile there. For Dragovic, knifing his way into the paint. Nifty move with the right hand off the glass. We'll see if they're going to try and run something for Yaruso, as Santa Clara could dribble the clock out. And now Sash Gavalugov looks over at Herb Sendek, and that will do it. Santa Clara's going to get the win over the Pepperdine Waves, 82-63.